Shundo, what's good?
Let me see you bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, like that. Yeah, just let you show.
We go.
Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, let you show.
For the non-believers.
Gangsta, Brazil, Brazil,
Let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show.
gangsta.
Roll, I'm clean in this bitch. Now I'm finna show the lean in this bitch. Nigga, ball. Call my 15 in this bitch. This grand hustle team of kings is getting rich. I lean and get lit. Lima bean 6, I take breath. The opposite of primatine miss. I ride 26 and let my 9 screen flip. Trophy watching Oprah Mac 90 beam clip. Triple black phantom nigga, nah, it ain't tilt. With Lucky Charm diamond man, but nah, it ain't flip. Hey, bounce. Okay, then I let my shoulder lean. And I bet my car talk. And I bet my motor clean. Suicide dope, brown rover look like Pokemon. Everybody know me in the club, cause they smoking me. Tro, hoe scoping me. Ice come from Boca Raton. 100 carat having froze for an eon. Red, black, and white Chevy, now around Dion. Put them lights up in my rim, now around neon. Our cars look like Creon. Hold no on the man though. I can show the lean. I don't know how to dance
See you
though.
bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, let you show.
First I let my wheel spin, then I let my screen fall, then I let my trunk be that green bright motor. Then I pimp a hoe, take a bitch to Berlin. Bitch break niggas after that, we fuck that girlfriend. My girl got a girlfriend, Chevy blue like whirlwind. Nigga, it's a drought on that boy, so I got that girl in. Pearl band, cock and hammer, arm and hammer, propaganda. Bitches think I'm pimping and lending and salamander sandals. Dirty South hot, cause Atlanta. Show niggas with Anna, we ride phantom. Holly shorty for grandma. Yep, now I be on TV, BET our channel. Hood nigga from Bankhead, I stay by Grandma Nana. I lay by my banana, dumping and punkin' monkeys. Don't nobody live with my mom but a bunch of junkies. Don't nut donkey, bitch I ride glaze on the haze. Gator green, Chevy, gator gut, alligator
Let me see you
train.
bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, let you show.
Gangsta, Brazil, Brazil.
What's going on, MBL Network? We are live building the franchise. Episode number 1, Madden 20. This is our 3rd season here, MBL season 42. And we got some week 2 action for us tonight. Our Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to be taking on the New England Patriots. Then we have our Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We're doing something different this time. We're going to be following the NFC South as opposed to just one team. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching us right now. I appreciate everybody checking us out. And I'm going to tell these guys to go ahead and ready up. What's going on, Rusta? Appreciate everybody in the chat right now. Tampa had the number 1 pick, the number 3 pick. They brought in Andrew Luck from Indianapolis. They gave 2 first-round picks and an outside linebacker, and they were able to bring in Andrew Luck. They signed Sammy Watkins this offseason. A lot of cool stuff. Let's check out the division standings. Everybody played week 1, and half of them won. Falcons played the Panthers. These guys actually ended up playing each other. So the Falcons played the Panthers, and the Panthers came away with a dub. The reigning MBL Super Bowl champion. If you put Command Season in the chat, you'll get some information on that. All right, here we go. Let's get it rocking and rolling here. The 1-0 New England Patriots, they're coming off a overtime victory against the Houston Texans. And the Bucs coming off a crazy victory on MBL Live broadcast number 317 versus the division rival, who will also be covering on the show, just not today, the New Orleans Saints. So tonight, what we got going on, we're going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this game versus the Patriots, obviously, and then we're going to have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, a little ring ceremony for Carolina. If you're interested in joining the NBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Check us out. Appreciate everybody in the chat right now. 40 viewers watching Building the Franchise, episode 1 for MBL season 42. Tag everybody in MBL and the grid. Let them know that we're live, as that's Tyree Jackson under center for the New England Patriots. They get a big-time play, and that's a big hit there by Justin Reed, another newly acquired Tampa Bay Buccaneer. You'll see him, number 43 right there. Offensively, defensively, let's see where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers rank this season. We'll start with just the defense. 20th in points allowed. They gave up 28 the first week against the New Orleans Saints. 16th against yards. 21st against the pass. They've been first against the run. The very electric halfback for the New England Patriots. As you'll see him, not going to get a carry here. Tyree Jackson floating to the left side. Waiting, nowhere to go. Down he goes. Tampa with a big-time sack. That's Emmanuel Ogbah with the first sack of the game. Second and 16 here for our Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. But on the offensive side of the ball for the New England Patriots, we got to keep an eye on this guy. It's going to be Will Stevens. He was a rookie last year, 4th-round pick, but now he's X-Factor. 23 years old, Will Stevens, out of Vanderbilt, 5'11", a buck 88, 92 speed, 93 excel, 93 agility. Had a phenomenal rookie season and was able to get himself to Superstar X Factor over 1,000 yards. That's a bad, inaccurate pass for Tyree Jackson. It's going to be 3rd and long. Defense looking stellar to start this game. Let me know how it looks and sounds in the chat, guys. If you can give me a thumbs up, let me know. Nice pass right there. Holds on to it, and that's going to be close to a first down, and it's 4th and inches at the 45, and the New England Patriots aren't going to go for it here. An opportunity to pick up some inches here. They're just going to play the field position as they normally do. Played a little smart here, but that was a nice throw by Tyree Jackson, who was a little off earlier, and the field position pays off for the Patriots. Patriots won MBL season 40 Super Bowl. That was our first season of Madden 20. Then our Carolina Panthers, who we're going to be covering tonight, they won MBL season 41 Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's going to be a very tough matchup tonight for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got to go against 2 Super Bowl champions this season. And out to the left side, nowhere to go for Rojo. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Don't miss any of the upcoming action here on the MBL Network. We have MBL Live Super Shows, Commissioner Corner podcast tomorrow night on our YouTube channel. That's where you can find that show live, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. We got merchandise, building the franchise. We have a ton of full immersion activities here on the network, so make sure you hit that follow button if you're interested in following along. If you're interested in joining, go to 365.MaddenBomberLeague.com. Underneath, nice pass. Sammy Watkins, newly acquired to our Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, and we expect a lot from him today. Let's take a look at the wide receivers that we have and the weapons we brought in for Andrew Luck. 2 first-round picks and an outside linebacker. That's what we gave up for Andrew Luck. 31 years old, 92 overall. We got Sammy Watkins, Chris Godwin, and obviously tight end O.J. Howard. Very electric, but don't sleep on Josh Reynolds. He had a phenomenal game. MBL Live broadcast number 317 against the New Orleans Saints. Toss to the outside. Rojo's got space. 30, 35, 40. He's looking like NASA, spinning and winning for no reason. Down to the 48-yard line. Rojo getting a little happy feet out there. What was that? Just a nice little plant and spin, showing off his footwork, looking like Bill Cartwright out there. Little reverse pivot. Okay. What's going on, Gibbs? Appreciate it. Gibbs going to be doing a new podcast for the MBL Weekly Podcast. 65 viewers watching right now. Appreciate everybody checking out the MBL Network. Here, 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right side, Marlon Mack, former Indianapolis Colt as well. 1 rush, -1 yards. It's real. You're going to notice something about this running attack. It's going to be, oh, wow, that's a terrible color. Let me start that over. I don't know why I did that. All right, here we go. You're going to notice a lot of this. Outside runs. Even if it's designed up the middle, Rojo has that ability, the agility, the ball carrier vision to bounce it outside, and that's when he's a really dynamic player. So let's pay attention here. Watch this matchup here. Looks like man coverage here on the left side. No, drops into zone. Looking, takes a dangerous throw to X. You had 25 leaking to the outside. Andrew Luck probably wishes he could have that back. Just a simple little slant corner route. You got your wide receiver 1 in the slot right here, your number 2 right here, and you just kind of, it's kind of like a shallow fork concept, and you got a halfback leaking to the flat. A lot of options over there. Andrew Luck kind of just zones in on one guy. Here goes this double-A gap. This is a new thing for the New England Patriots. They've been getting a lot of pressure on this. You saw him get pressure against the Houston Texans. There goes one guy almost free. Andrew Luck does a great job. Patience in the pocket. Finds a speedy wide receiver, Brashad Perryman. He didn't live up to the hype maybe in the NFL, but in the NBL, he's been a solid 3-4 on the depth chart receiver, and he's been able to make some plays for our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As we take a look at the offense, we were 5th in points only in week 1, obviously sitting at 1-0, 35 points per game. And that was a lot due to our defense, man. Our defense came up big, put our offense in some great situations. Here we go to the right side, corner route, dangerous throw, almost picked off, tipped. Intended target on that pass was O.J. Howard, as Andrew Luck's trying to develop some chemistry here. He's got a little corner route. You got a safety, and the safety's not playing up here. You got this safety playing fairly well right here, and he just makes a great play on the ball. Able to get his hand on it, as that's what this New England Patriots defense does, is they just continue to make plays while the ball is in the air. Last week, we all matched up against each other. We took on the New Orleans Saints. You saw it, MBL Live broadcast number 317. And the Carolina Panthers took on the Atlanta Falcons. We'll have the Carolina Panthers versus the Eagles after this game in this week 2 action. Little cross drags, looking for O.J. Howard, and finally hits his target there. 3 for 5, 28 yards. O.J. Howard coming off 4 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. But the real shine on the offensive side of the ball, kind of surprisingly, was Josh Reynolds. 3 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown in week 1. Let's see if he can continue that trend today. You're getting a little bit of a 50-50 carry in the backfield, too, between Ronald Jones and Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack came away with 2 touchdowns, but Ronald Jones got kind of the bulk of the carries at 9, as Andrew Luck, happy feet, might have just pushed himself out of field goal range there, too. Wow. That is just a terrible... Look at this. Play action. You got Winovich on the edge right there and just able to get pressure. And if Andrew Luck just steps up in the pocket, at least he doesn't take a 6, 7, 8-yard loss. That's a big-time hit by 28, the great, down to the 4-yard line. And this is 2 punts from both of these teams, and they're able to play this field position game. And now the Patriots offense has to start at the 4-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Will Stevens, I told you, he's electric. 31 able to make the play. So this offseason, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moved on from Mike Evans, the 28-year-old. They get a little aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, bringing in the very talented Justin Reed, 89 overall. 24 years old. I'll put him on the screen real quick. You can check him out there on Data Leagues. 94 speed, 92 agility, 92 acceleration. Watch him, number 43 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as Will Stevens just probing to get outside. I mean, this guy's quick. You get a little toss outside, and he's just kind of waiting. If he can kind of probe the sidelines, he's got great ball carrier vision. He's either looking for you to kind of just take a bad pursuit angle and he's going to turn the corner on you, or you're going to just essentially try to get ahead of the run, and then he's going to cut it back upfield. So this is a very dangerous halfback here as Tyree Jackson making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the pressure. Looking right side. Quick throw to the flat. Missed tackle. N'Keal Harry makes a juke move inside. He turns a little into a lot there. Nothing into something for the New England Patriots, as we've seen that often. This is a guy that's coming off a 250-yard receiving game in week 1. N'Keal Harry for this New England Patriots team has kind of been the lifeblood of them moving the chains. We saw what he did against the Texans. He went into the fourth quarter with 50 yards. Between the fourth quarter and overtime, he managed to put up 200 yards, including the game-tying touchdown that sent the game into overtime with 6 seconds left. So N'Keal Harry is someone you definitely have to spotlight. Looking to the left side. Oh, dangerous throw there for Tyree Jackson, trusting his strong arm. And that's like a 10-yard throw to pick up 3. I never like those throws, but if they're going to stretch those passes out, you got to hope Cherry can get out there. I believe that's the rookie who was the 3rd overall pick on our team. And he's playing right outside linebacker. That is Marcus Cherry out of Notre Dame. We'll put his attributes on the screen right now. Marcus Cherry, there he is. He was the 3rd pick in the MBL Season 42 rookie draft. This kid's got a lot of ability. Hidden dev right now. He can make some plays. 85 speed, 86 agility, 87 excel. Right outside linebacker. They got him, and then they shored up the offensive line with the number 1 overall pick, bringing in left tackle Devontae DeBose. And we'll talk about him in a little bit as well. 6'6" out of Oregon. It's a big-time blindside offensive lineman that can help protect this quarterback. Little swing to the outside. Juke move. Will Stevens got a lot of JU ice. That's the juice. Down to the 43-yard line. If you're interested in joining the MBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to apply. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in right now, building the franchise here on twitch.tv/MBL Network. Every weekend, you can find this show. Also, we'll be doing some episodes during the week as well. 79 viewers watching right now. You can go ahead and follow us on Twitter at MBL Network, at Bomber League, for all upcoming MBL action here on this channel and on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MaddenBomberLeague. If you missed anything, it's always archived on our YouTube channel as well as on here. Oh, over the middle. Dangerous throw as it looked like Justin Reed tried to track the ball in the air. Probably should have went for the swat. And Cameron Newton, not the one we're going to feature later, not the MBL Super Bowl champion Cameron Newton, but this is wide receiver Cameron Newton with the K. And this receiver has kind of came out of nowhere and been able to be that number 2 next to N'Keal Harry. He's got a lot of talent as Tyree Jackson just kind of threads the needle to him. Justin Reed just missed the beat on the ball here. Here we go. Look it. Right side. Dangerous throw. When it gets away from Tyree Jackson, it's always bad. You got to think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to come away with one here sooner than later, right? Inside the red zone, let's see if our defense can make a play. It's like the user's on Cherry here, 3rd overall pick. He's dropping back into coverage into the purple looking. Over the middle, high pass, tipped up, almost. Make a play. You got Levante David, who's been kind of thrown around in trade deals with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, still on the team. And Justin Reed in the mix as well. It seems like Justin Reed is kind of everywhere right now for this team. I don't know why that was so loud. Don't miss any of the upcoming action here. MBL Live is our flagship show, super show, bonus coverage, twitch.tv/MBL Network. Don't miss any of the upcoming action. Over the middle, finding his man, N'Keal Harry. Down to the 6-yard line. As you see, Levante David kind of floats into the end zone. He matches up. And you got David sitting in the middle of the field, and he ends up matching up on a seam It allows for that slant to come underneath into open space. Watch Justin Reed here on the user. He's got to make a play. Yep, they're going to pass the ball here. Looking over the middle. Underneath, tip. You're seeing a lot of tip. They're looking for Caleb Wilson there, the tight end. He was kind of their guy. The New England Patriots were really high on Caleb Wilson at tight end, out of box. But now it has turned into Cortez Gresham. This was their first-round pick this year. So I was kind of surprised to see him go away from Caleb Wilson, who had given them a lot of quality seasons. 2 quality seasons. 52 catches, 735, then 41 catches, 658, combining for 12 touchdowns, 6 each season. So he is definitely a red zone target for this team, even at the tight end 2 position. Will Stevens, sophomore slump, not happening for him, but he can't get in there. 3rd and goal. You gotta wonder if this is some kind of toss outside here. Nope. It's like cross drags or something like that. Back of the end zone, touchdown, Cam Newton. And your defense was there right on point. You just gotta make a play there. You have to come away with something if you're Tampa. I like to say HT3, hold to 3 when you get in those situations. Unfortunately, our Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't hold to 3. We started week 1 off on the right foot, defeating the New Orleans Saints in MBL Live broadcast number 317. And it all turned around when Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who remembers that play? When Austin Seferian-Jenkins for the New Orleans Saints fumbles through the end zone, and the Saints were up 28-21 at the time. And what happened? He fumbles through the end zone, and they lost all their mojo. And Tampa just started driving down the field. What's going on, T-Jax? Cougs from the MBL, a.k.a. Mr. Tech on the go. Ric Flair, unisolated. Minnesota is 20 right now, 30 during the day. Unisolated likes the cold, though, so I don't. He's more or less bragging than complaining about it. Yeah, to apply for the MBL Developmental League, the grid. To apply for the MBL's Developmental League, the grid, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Hey, you got to say it twice because it's just that nice. Shotgun formation for our man Andrew Luck. Sammy Watkins wide left. Slot right side is Chris Godwin. And you got Josh Reynolds, the big-time player from week 1. He's the guy that everybody would pick up in fantasy, and he's going to give us nothing this year. As you see him, nothing this week, as you see him right there. Josh Reynolds would be the guy on the waiver wire. He'd go from like 3% owned to 17, 18, 19, 20% owned. He had 3 catches, 103, and a touchdown. And the catches he made, though, were really spectacular. Some high-point catches, as you see him there on the wide right again. Looking, left side, dangerous throw picked off. Stephon Gilmore over Watkins. You get a nice curl route, and it's just, you know, it goes to chemistry. This is the first year under center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Andrew Luck. You get a curl route there, and the thing is, you just wonder what Andrew Luck was thinking there. Is that just bad ball placement, or is he expecting a receiver to kind of sit and then move soft into this little spot in front of the corner? He doesn't do it, and that might have protected the throw a little bit more, so Andrew Luck might be saying, hey, man, I need you to get in front of that corner when you curl so he can't jump the route. This is Stephon Gilmore. He is trying to bait you into a pass, and right there he gets an interception on. It's not looking good for Tampa. Reezy says facts on Reynolds. Absolutely. MBL Live is better when you're pooping. Shout out to Z-Star. I can't believe I read that out loud. All right. 99% bus performances to that one random boom game. What's going on, Rybread412 in the building? Miller Thriller also in the chat. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys checking us out. 81 viewers right now watching the MBL Network. And I just spilled something. I'll be right back. Here we go. Little fake screen wheel. Looking. Got the wheel over the top. N'Keal Harry. That's going to be touchdown for the New England Patriots. And guess what, boys? Our Tampa Bay Buccaneers have dug themselves quite a hole against a team that you just cannot get down against like this. All right, guys. Yeah, I spilled something. Had to clean it up real quick. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. Oh, man. If you guys would have seen what happened, it was a catastrophe over here. It was probably like how this Bucs game's going to turn out. Badoomch. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Handoff. Rojo, nowhere to go. Rojo is definitely struggling. The next game we got coming up is Carolina Panthers. Ring ceremony for them. Week 1 action, guys. It's going to be a good one. Third down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is what they've done this season on third down. 25%. Give them a quarter and call somebody who cares. That's a very dangerous throw, but I think he got his feet in bounds. Touch. Yeah, Andrew Luck drives it. He tucks the ball in, gets his feet down. Sammy Watkins, nice catch there. For Tampa, they move the chains. Gibbs in the chat says, BTF and remodeling the new house. It's a good night. Well, I appreciate it, man. You can come remodel my house anytime you want, man. If that's a good time for you, hey, I'm all for that. Dropping back, Precious coming, Luck nowhere to go. And right there, 51 as Stackhouse, not Jerry Stackhouse, maybe related, I don't know. You got to wonder about the offense here, though. That this is the second week in a row in the first half, completely struggling for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, I don't know what happened there. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so you got to wonder if they're gonna be able to figure it out here. Andrew Luck again down, trying to take a deep shot there. He had B kind of floating over the middle of the field. He was looking and cooking, but you can't do that against this New England Patriots team because guess what? Now you've dug yourself a 3rd and 30, and you're not coming out of this. We talked about it earlier. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers struggles on third down, sitting at 25%. They're going to try to run a screen here. I don't think that's going to work either. Oh, Rojo tries to get outside, but look at Jones. Just so fast. There's so much speed in the secondary for the New England Patriots when they do come down in the box. I mean, they got guys sitting here. You got a guy over here, and this is the problem when you get into these 30s. And then you see the corner come down deep into the box, and he's able to play that screen. And even if he kind of does get beat at the beginning, he just has the speed and ability to recover, get a nice pursuit angle, and make a tackle there. As Jamal Agnew, Detroit Lion in real life, finds his way on the New England Patriots, and he is a special teams special player. Punt return down to the 43. If you're interested in joining the MBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to apply. This year on Building the Franchise, we're following all the NFC South teams. So we're going to have a winner regardless. Oh, he missed. He got the wheel to Will Stevens. Nope. Is that a play on words there? Will Stevens? There we go. But he also had the seam open, so Tyree misses the naked seam, and he goes to the tight end on the wheel. And just Tampa's defense not showing up right now. Shotgun formation. N'Keal Harry wide right. Looking. He's going to go underneath. Nope. Yeah, he does. Checks it down to Will Stevens because this guy can make plays. He's got the wheels. 11 for 15, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns for Tyree Action Jackson. He's saying, hey, I'm the best Jackson in the league. Lamar who? And that's what we're seeing right now here on the MBL Network. Cook says Luck looks old in this one. Yeah, he does. Is Andrew Luck seeing ghost? Dropping back. Tyree. Over the middle. Oh, that should have been picked off right there. Nice play by the user. That's Justin Reed again. We've mentioned him a couple times. Traded over here from the Houston Texans. We'll put his player card back on the screen. They gave up Mike Evans. What do you guys think about the deal? Mike Evans is gone. Justin Reed is there. They end up picking up some futures. They use those futures to flip for Andrew Luck. Tyree Jackson dropping back. Looking. Low pass. In the end zone. Gets his feet in. Touchdown. New England Patriots. And I don't know. My house rules when I was growing up, if this extra point is through the uprights, you pass the controller to the left, and then put everything you own in the box to the left and get out, because 21-0, it's the 21-point rule. Dar's saying that's the same route as their first touchdown. Which route was that? I mean, when you're in the red zone, there's only a few routes you can run in the red zone. I mean, you got slant. You're gonna have a curl. You're gonna have a drag. Maybe an angle route with the halfback. Seam with the tight end. And in. Oh, I guess there's a lot of them. I could go on and on. I guess, huh? You got an out. Or if you're Porter, you're running like the triple move right here. You're like, it's something like this back to the middle. And you just get sacked, and then you're slightly outside of the red zone. 2 seconds left before half. Andrew Luck says, I'm either going to take another sack or I'm going to just complete this pass, try to get my stats up. If you got Andrew Luck in fantasy football, I guess you can be happy with that throw. Wasn't going nowhere. Halftime here in Week 2 action. Tampa Bay, we're sitting at 1-0 right now, but down 21-0 against the Super Bowl 40 champion New England Patriots. Owner Motor. Here's a return from Robertson, 33. This New England Patriots team went to overtime with the Houston Texans in Week 1. Came back from a 14-point deficit led by N'Keal Harry. And it seems like they just kind of found their groove since then with Tyree Jackson. It goes into overtime. They stall out. Texans stall out. They drive down the field. Able to get a touchdown to N'Keal Harry, who was just phenomenal that game, over 250 yards. Here we go. Hand up to the left side. Ronald Jones looking. A little counter. Maybe not a counter. Yeah, just a power right there to the left side and just nowhere to go. Usually when Rojo gets about right here, this is when he's deciding if he's going to stay with the run or he can bounce it here. This is what his agility, ball carrier vision can do. And right now you're not seeing this. You're wondering where is this at? Where is this break? Those are going to be the big plays for Ronald Jones, and you're not seeing nothing right now. Man in motion left to right. Andrew Luck sends him. Rojo in the backfield again. Stephon Gilmore in the mix there to make the tackle, and that is a counter. 3rd and 8, so now you've ran the ball and put yourself into a 3rd and long, which is not where you want to be playing against the New England Patriots, and really that's not where you want to be just being a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I mean, you're sitting at 25% completion on 3rd down. This is not a good sign. The great one, 1989 in the chat, 1999, excuse me, says, yep, if I went up 21 and you didn't score in the next possession, pass the stick. Yeah, some people play the next possession. Where I was at, we had so many people trying to play. So once you went up 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, it was over. No matter what the quarter was, you don't get another opportunity to try to cut it back. But yeah, I've heard that as well. If you can score on the next possession, then you get to be able to keep yourself alive. You stay in the game. Nice juke there by Ronald Jones. They pick up the 3rd down. Now they're moving the chains down to the 38. So a nice second half drive. We saw this in MBL Live broadcast number 317 last night. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the second half are a different type of team. It seems like they're kind of slow down. They calm down a little bit. Maybe they get inside into halftime, and they kind of just figure a couple things out as Josh Reynolds gets his first catch on the day after having 100 yards in week 1. That's just a little in route, but a missed throw from Andrew Luck kind of cost this momentum here. I mean, you're talking 21-0, but they were playing the New England Patriots pretty tough until Andrew Luck went to a curl route with Sammy Watkins here on this matchup. It was Gilmore versus Watkins, and basically as Ronald Jones again able to just be elusive, evasive, and find his. And here we go, shotgun formation here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dropping back, Andrew Luck looking and cooking. Goes underneath, Ronald Jones again. It's about 3 catches in a row for him. He's just the only thing open. You got drop coverage versus this vertical kind of concept here. Everybody's going down the field. And you got a wheel right here. And the only thing kind of coming underneath is Ronald Jones. And with the defense just kind of playing back and saying, hey, we're going to make you have to throw the ball into the teeth of the defense, Andrew Luck says, no, you're not. I'm going to take it underneath. Watch the matchup over here. You got White pressed up with no help over the top. He's just going to run an out route there. Barely gets rid of it. Dangerous pass, but Brashad Perryman. Wow, that's it. That's a nice catch. Nice throw by Andrew Luck with pressure underneath. Able to make that throw against very tight coverage there by Obi Melifonwu. And Brashad Perryman down to the 3-yard line. Able to get underneath that ball. Andrew Luck really trusting Brashad Perryman on that throw. He was under duress. Gets rid of it quickly. Allows his receiver to make a play. That's a touchdown, Chris Godwin. We're on the board. All right, Tampa gets into the end zone as we're going to take a look at Andrew Luck last week. What did he do? 13 of 16, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, QBR of 132.1. And I'll tell you what, the majority of this came in the second half. So this is a good sign to see Tampa kind of figure it out here on the first drive of the third quarter. Maybe they can get the wheels kind of turning here. Captain Planet says we had the same rules, but we called it a skunk. I'm sure Captain Planet, a.k.a. Pricey's son, knows those rules really well. Toss to the outside, Will Stevens. How dynamic is this guy, Will Stevens? Is he the next kind of big-time name back in the MBL? Is he going to be that guy that they can use in the passing attack, be really a 3-down back for this team? That's going to make him real dangerous. I mean, you can just utilize him in the passing attack. You can hand the ball off to him. He's dynamic. He's got a real, just a Le'Veon Bell kind of feel to him. Very elusive, nice patient runner. Can help you in the passing attack. Has a little RPO there for Tyree Jackson. That's a way to keep it real simple for the quarterback of the New England Patriots. This is his first year starting. No Brady this year, as Brady has said it's time to hand over the reins. A big-time loss. Brady went out on a 5-interception game as Tevin Coleman gets to the outside. That's a nice little spell back in New England. Defense has struggled this season so far, but against the run, we were actually good week 1 against Alvin Kamara. But Kamara was mainly used in the passing attack, so I'm not too surprised that the numbers show us first, only giving up 31 rushing yards, because New Orleans was really concentrated on getting the passing attack going, getting their first-round pick from a year ago, Luke Windsor, in his sophomore debut, getting him going as Vita Vea just can't make the tackle. I mean, it's almost at the point where Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, watch him here. If he can't bite you, he can't tackle you. That's what it really seems like. He just doesn't really make many plays if there's any kind of space between him and the ball carrier. So yeah, rule of thumb with Vita Vea, if he can't bite you, you don't have to worry about him. If he's close enough to bite you, he's going to make the tackle. Here we go. Tyree Jackson looking. Little wheel route. Nope. Yeah, wheel route on the right side again. really trying to beat this man coverage, and Tyree Jackson is doing a great job here, kind of selling it. He holds with his eyes. He's looking over the middle of the field. He's holding everybody. The one single high right here, he's holding him, and that's allowing this wheel to kind of go to the flat and then manipulate the defense and then turn upfield. Little jet sweep here, looking, and that's going to be a touchdown, Philip Dorsett. Yep, Justin Reed gets juiced into the end zone. Oh, the former Texan struggling today. Don't miss any of the upcoming action here on the MBL Network. MBL Live Super Shows, bonus coverage, along with building the franchise is all live here on twitch.tv/MBL Network. We have another game coming up, the Carolina Panthers versus the Philadelphia Eagles, in what should be a very kosher ring ceremony. The Eagles are 1-0, though, coming off a victory against the New York Giants in Week 1, where they won 27-17. Our Carolina Panthers are coming off a phenomenal victory Week 1, continuing their domination of the Atlanta Falcons. It's now 4 in a row against Atlanta. They swept them last year, they knocked them out in the playoffs, and then they mopped them up in Week 1, 33-17, led by Cam Newton's 339 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 rushes, 58 yards, a touchdown. If you got Cam Newton in fantasy, you had some big-time fantasy points, and I'm talking 38 fantasy points Week 1. If you play NBL Fantasy, you are enjoying Cam Newton on your squad. Underneath, Chris Godwin. You got to get a quick score here. Get it back to 2 scores if you're Andrew Luck in this offense. But so far, Andrew Luck has not been the same Andrew Luck that we saw in Week 1. So we're going to hope El Capitan, who they traded 2 first-round picks for, the 31-year-old superstar X Factor, can figure it out. And Ronald Jones, you just got to wonder what's going on there. Just because there's so much space there to the left side, just really overthinking it here. Nice pass there to Perryman as Gilmore's just following him everywhere. You know, you had an opportunity to just kind of run with the play art. Instead, he gets to this point, and he tries to cut it right back, and there's a defender sitting there waiting for him. Bunch to the left side. Handoff outside. Ronald Jones. It's kind of been their only bright spot. 8 carries, 39 yards. Captain Planet says, rumors swirling around Carolina, close to landing a stud. I guess we do have some breaking news. I've heard about this as well. Von Miller, the 32-year-old outside linebacker for the Denver Broncos in the final year of his deal. He's about at 20... I think he's making about $23 million. So I'm interested how the Panthers get there. The Panthers only have $7 million available in their cap. But Von Miller's name is kind of being tossed around. He's making $22 million this year, base salary, 32 years old, 92 overall, still got the juice. 2 games played this season. They played against Cincinnati, not a good offensive line. The Oakland Raiders, not a good offensive line. Von Miller, 0 sacks. So you have to wonder if this is a watered-down Von Miller here and how much people are willing to pay for him. But the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers have expressed interest. But the Atlanta Falcons sitting with $780K available cap space, and the Carolina Panthers sitting with $7 million. So I don't know how they're going to get there. Planet says, calm down, it's just a rumor. So a little teaser there from Captain Planet. All right, 3:42 left in the 4th. This game's pretty much over like Rover. It just doesn't seem like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers really have any pace right now. It's all about pace, and it's all about, if you're trying to make a comeback, getting on your high horse and driving the ball down the field. You know, need to get out of bounds. They got out of bounds there. That was good. But if you're unable to aggressively drive the ball down the field against this team, which this is one of the strengths of this team, they really force you to have to take underneath, which kind of just doesn't allow big comebacks. They don't give up big leads like this. That's why it's always important to keep it close or try to extend a lead against the New England Patriots because of the way that they approach the defensive side of the ball. You need to take a shot here if you're Andrew Luck. 3:17 left. You got 3 timeouts. If you don't score here quickly, I just don't know. That's Josh Reynolds with another one-handed snag. I mean, he's pretty impressive. If anybody's looking for a wide receiver, this guy is really showing us right there. Just kind of sells you outside to break back inside. He sells him this way, gets the defender outside, and then breaks right back in front of him. That's just a nice job by the receiver, understanding positioning, understanding how to get himself open and create himself a target for Andrew Luck. But they're just, look at this time that this being wasted right here. I mean, we got 2:30 left. You got to make a shot here, but maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are just trying to get some momentum here. Maybe they figure this game's already lost. We're going to try to get some momentum for next week. Had the post breaking open over the middle of the field. Didn't go there. O.J. Howard, quick throw to the flat, and they're almost at the 2-minute warning. Buck 93, a touchdown interception for Andrew Luck. All things considered, stat line's going to look good, but I just didn't see a lot from Andrew Luck today. Well, an opportunity to get the third down stats up for Tampa. They came into today's game at 25%. As the Denver Broncos say, they got offers rolling in for Von Miller right now. Yeah, there's no way that they're getting there. Is there any teams open? We haven't had a team open in MBL in probably close to 90 days now. But you can apply at 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Back at the end zone, touchdown. OJ doesn't get his feet in. Oh, wow, everything. If you're interested in joining the MBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to apply, and you work your way up through our grid developmental league. But what you're watching right here is the Madden Bomber League. We get maybe an opening every 90-plus days in the league, maybe. And we run August to August, so it's quite the grind and grid to work your way up to the MBL. Grid is also a full league for the most part. Sometimes there's a spot open here or there. But obviously much more availability in our developmental league. A little out route there. And I don't know if he picks it up. He doesn't. Turnover on downs. That was a nice throw by Andrew Luck. But the receiver's got to do a better job of knowing where he's at. Picking up the first down. Chris Godwin, you've been here long enough. You've been a veteran long enough. That's just not going to get it done. 28-7, 3 timeouts at the 5-yard line. Expect New England to kind of just ground and pound this ball with Will Stevens and end this game. Doob says, Bomber with the nice AMSR. Why was I making noises in a mic or something? And it's knees and GGs. We got one more game coming up. The Carolina Panthers are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles here in about 10 minutes. Once again, to join the MBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to apply. Don't miss any of the upcoming action here on the MBL Network. We have a ton of stuff on this MBL Network lineup. We have Commissioner Corner Podcast, MBL Super Shows, 2 games on the screen at one time. Live rookie drafts. You saw that just a couple weeks ago or a week ago here on Madden Live. We got merchandise. Building the franchise. We're following the NFC South this year. Just so much stuff going on. 28-7 is your final score, week 2, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, our Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are going to fall to 1-1 on the season. So after a big-time victory against the New Orleans Saints, they now fall to the wayside of the New England Patriots, who improved to 2-0. And we're gonna be back here in just a second to get the other game set up. What is going on? We are back. I told you we had 2 games back to back, like Jordan 96, 97. All right, before we get into it, MBL Magazine number 238 featured Cameron Newton, Super Cam, the Super Bowl champion Cam, on the cover. And the Carolina Panthers sitting at 1-0, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. They're at 1-0. We're going to see what we got. And I told you we'd talk about the Super Bowl banner when we got into this. A little ring ceremony here for the Carolina Panthers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Super Bowl banner and what we got. JB gets his first one, MBL season 42. And Motor, we just watched him play against our Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. So it's Carolina Panther football here. Little 3-down front here. 3-man front, excuse me. Looking. Over the middle. Nice pass. Nelson Aguilar is going to pick up the first down. You don't see that happen too much. Let's take a look at the Carolina Panthers offense and defensive stats. You're going to see a much better, well-oiled machine here in Carolina than what you see in Tampa. Tampa, a lot of young players trying to figure it out. But offensively, defensively, this team is solid on both sides of the ball. You're going to see a pass rush. You're going to see great coverage. You're going to see ball hawking secondary. Expect Philadelphia to turn the ball over multiple times a day. A little press-up action here for Carolina. Pitch to the outside. Moore, nowhere to go. Thanks for watching Building the Franchise. NFC South for MBL Season 42. If you want to follow us on Twitter, feel free at Bomber League at MBL Network for upcoming action, upcoming streams, and when we do have drops, giveaways, we'll also be announcing them as well when we are on Madden Live in the future. So appreciate all the support. Dangerous pass there. That's almost picked off, and that's what I'm talking about. Ertz should be the top target here. As you've seen him, he was wide open, but instead he gets locked in on Aguilar on a post over the middle and right into a ton of pressure. Third and 13 for the Philadelphia Eagles. You got Eric Reed. We get to see Justin Reed earlier. Corner route just breaks the user off. Zach Ertz, big play. Eric Reed makes the hit. That's just a corner route, but he pushes it. Smart routes it up to the first down marker, and the user comes down a little aggressive, and I think the user's thinking post because he plays it really inside, and Ertz does a great job kind of selling it and then breaking back to the corner and picks up the first down. 69 viewers watching in chat. Shout out to Rob Gronkowski. Strong formation here for the Philadelphia Eagles, who have been moving the ball fairly well right now. Looking. Over the left side, Aguilar is a click-on, big-time hit. Doesn't hold on to the ball, but the click-on just pulled the guy away from there. I guess he was going for the interception there. Tampa falls to 1-1. The New Orleans Saints are going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers later tonight, trying to improve the 1-1. And the Atlanta Falcons are taking on the Buffalo Bills. I don't know if they're playing tonight or tomorrow. If someone in the chat knows, let me know. Shotgun formation for Carson Wentz. Adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. No pressure. All kinds of time for Carson Wentz. Takes a shot to the left side. He's going to hold on to the ball. That's Zach Ertz. He's been phenomenal for this team so far. Another corner route. This one to the left side. As you see the Carolina Panthers kind of struggling here defensively, but expect them to kind of tighten up as the game continues. Wildcat action. Watch the motion here. Here it comes. No handoff trying to get outside. He does. That's Jordan Howard. Oh, a little wrecking ball right there down to the 11-yard line. 2 rushes, 4 yards. And the Super Bowl champs might be in a little bit of trouble here against a aggressive Philadelphia Eagles team who are coming off a victory against the New York Giants in Week 1, MBL Season 42. If you missed MBL Live broadcast number 317 last night here on the channel, you can find it on youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Two wide receivers to the left, 2 tight ends to the right. Jordan Howard in the backfield. Clean pocket again, a little lob out route. They're going to pick up the first down, finding Aguilar, second catch of the day for him. 3 targets, 2 catches, 25 yards for Nelson. And the Eagles are now inside the 10. This is just not usually the start of the game for our Carolina Panthers. The reigning Super Bowl champions. If you put command season in the chat, it'll let you know. We're currently in MBL Season 42, 3rd season of Madden 20, and the reigning champions are these Carolina Panthers from Season 41. What about this Cam Newton magazine? Super Cam, they defeated the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 41, 35-18. And the question is, can Cam and the Carolina Panthers repeat as champions? I think they're primed to get out the NFC again. They're just such a dynamic offense, balanced defense. They can run the ball with CMC. They can use them in the pass game. It's just really just a dynamic thing. Don't get in trouble here, Wentz. Don't throw a pick. Wentz is looking. He's going to have to throw it away, and he does. Smart move by Carson Wentz. You're seeing just the maturation of Wentz right now. He's sitting there in the pocket, drops back a little bit. You know, a lot of owners, a lot of players, a lot of quarterbacks are going to force a pass. Nothing there. I mean, nothing was there. Then you had a guy he sits down right here. You're going to see like just terrible reads right here. Usually people are just trying to force the ball in the middle if nothing happens. Wentz stayed calm, poised in the pocket, realized, okay, let's get out of dodge, rolls to the outside, throws it away. Live to play another day is the motto right there for Carson Wentz. Timeout, Carolina. What's going on, Expert? Appreciate the sub. Bomber putting in work. Yeah, a little building the franchise action right now with these Carolina Panthers, who have been just dominating this Madden cycle, coming away with a Super Bowl championship. Another victory against the Falcons. As I said, 4 in a row. I know Cringe doesn't like that. Wentz looking. Don't do it. Wentz. Oh, he eludes that guy. He's still on his feet. Carson Wentz might go to the house. Somehow a miracle. Carson Wentz. What just happened? If that's what it takes to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers, then if I'm a Carolina Panther fan, I'm okay with it. If I'm an Eagles fan, I'm going crazy right now. He drops back. He almost walks into a defender and it says, oh, yeah, excuse me. He gets to the outside, then rolls, and you're thinking, all right, he's out of gas here. And you think he's going to try to make a throw to Ertz, and Ertz doesn't really even block for him. He just kind of plays decoy, and Wentz is able to turn the corner and get a touchdown, as that was a pretty impressive drive and maybe a more impressive run by Carson Wentz as he just kind of finds himself in the end zone. This Carolina's going to start at the 23-yard line. Let's take a look at Cam Newton and his stats this season. 15-21 versus the Falcons, 339 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Also had a touchdown rushing. And this is the most dual threat. Well, Lamar Jackson is really dual threat. So this is the most dual threat quarterback in the NFC. And right there, just back shoulder, throws it off his back foot. That's called a fadeaway cross right there. Just a fadeaway cross. Easy for Cam. He knows where his receivers are going to be, and he just drives the ball off his back foot. And this is completely what they teach you not to do. But Cam Newton has the physical abilities to make non-conventional, non-fundamental throws against the grain off his back foot. Usually that's completely inaccurate, but Cam Newton puts a little touch on it, gets underneath the receiver. So you see the elusive CMC. So you get to see Carson Wentz make a miracle run, and Cam says, here, let me one-up you here. Let me show you what I can do. If you guys missed it earlier, this is the Super Bowl champion Carolina Panthers from MBL Season 41 as they defeated the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs 35-18. I believe that was the final score in convincing fashion. They also knocked off the Falcons en route to that Super Bowl, as well as the Dallas Cowboys. Little seam right there to Curtis Samuel. First down for Carolina. They're just moving the chains, as that's what they normally do. I'm not too surprised at that. Everybody in the chat, oh my, Wentz, what a run. That's a run. Let's go, Wentz. What's going on, Porter, man? Appreciate you stopping by and checking out the MBL Network, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Just kidding. Little read option to the right side. Cam Newton out, 15, 20. He's got space. He says, hey, watch me run. Let's worry about me. Let's focus on me here. As wham, bam, thank you, Cam. A little read option gets to the outside. And when you have CMC and you're running a read option, the defense keys in. Everybody on the weak side's rolling with CMC. Everybody's thinking we got to respect that. Cam keeps it, gets to the outside, all by his lonesome. Shout out to my man Porter, participation guru. Always here, always checking your participation and doing a phenomenal job. In 5 days, we're actually awarding a participation winner, right, Porter? On the 10th, and they're going to get a free MBL Network t-shirt. Legacy t-shirt, excuse me. Like the one Porter got, but he hasn't taken a picture of it yet for some reason. I don't understand that. Talk to me, Ports. And let me know how that Popeye's chicken sandwich was. Motor says Porter the man. Here we go. Dropping back. Cam looking outside. Oh, slightly overthrown. Come on, Cam. You can make the Karate Kid back foot fadeaway cross throw, but you can't make the simple little out to the flat to the best halfback in the NBL. Yeah, I said it. Most dynamic halfback in the NBL. And there's a lot of them. Alvin Kamara, another super dynamic. And by dynamic, I mean he can beat you with his legs into running a game. Inside, outside, screen action, and in the passing game. Touchdown right there, Moore. That's right, we're on the board. Carolina, your Super Bowl champions. First touchdown of week 2 here, as we're trying to improve to 2-0 on the season. Tampa Bay falls to 1-1 with a loss to the New England Patriots. Nothing's finer than a Carolina touchdown as Cam Newton uses his strong arm, big frame, drives the ball on the money. Let's take a look at the Daddy Leagues page for Carolina after this run here. More. All right. Down to the 25. Cam Newton's the most expensive at $30 million. Kawan Short at 18. Curtis Samuel. Top players are Kuechly, McCaffrey, Brian Burns, and Curtis Samuel. Just a quick little look at this Carolina Panthers team. All right, guys, don't forget to give us a follow here. Don't miss any of the upcoming action. MBL Live Super Shows, bonus coverage. We'll do some more bonus coverage this year. OSU's running around with the MCS, so we're going to do some bonus coverage action and also some bonus coverage on some Building the Franchise. Maybe not the Building the Franchise show, but we will be following some of these teams throughout the week if we do multiple episodes throughout the week. But we will be getting some more bonus coverage in during MBL Season 42. So excited to take part in that. We also have Commissioner Corner podcast tomorrow night, I believe. I think we're still waiting on a time from Lip as Ertz over the middle. He might have already given it. It might actually be on me, just not knowing. Wentz is just really comfortable finding Ertz here. And Ertz is just always open, 24/7. He just seems to always find himself in front of the defense with a lot of space. Z said Porter said the sandwich blew Chick-fil-A out of the water. Yeah, I've heard that. I actually had it. I mean, it's good. Cam's the type of person to make a weird trick shot and then brick a free throw. Looking for Ertz, just a little too predictable there as Eric Reed, I believe, came down into the box, able to break that up. Here's a fun fact. The Carolina Panthers were really interested in Justin Reed. So was Tampa. It seems like this division, as we're hearing noise around the league, that Von Miller, 32 years old, hasn't collected a sack in the first 2 weeks. The Broncos sitting at 1-1, coming off a tough loss to the Oakland Raiders. Might be on the move, and Carolina's interested, and Atlanta's interested. This division is very deep. That's why I wanted to cover the NFC South, because these teams really are building very similar style teams to compete with each other. That's a nice move there by Hill, spinning and winning down to the 41-yard line. But Justin Reed had interest in going to play with his brother Eric Reed, and the Carolina Panthers had interest in pairing them together in the backfield, in the secondary, at the safety position. It didn't end up happening, but the discussions were the number 2 overall pick, in which they took left guard, in which Carolina took a left guard after the left tackle that Tampa took to shore up their offensive line. But that was the play. Ball's out, picked up by Naborn. They're going to pick up some more yards, and he takes a big-time hit but doesn't fumble it. Another fortunate play for the Eagles. What should have been probably a loss of 5 or 6 turns into a gain of 1. And Wentz puts the ball on the ground. That could have been a turnover. Yeah, so the left guard, B.J. Wagner, this is who they took with the second overall pick. You see it there, 86 strength. Let's see what his blocking is. 84 pass block, 71 run block. So a pass blocking guard. Trying to help. Has nowhere to go there for Wentz. He was going to take a shot. Had the crosser, but also a wide left, just naked over here. He had a man sitting right here, but I think he was looking at this crosser to get across the field. And he had a defender sitting right here, so he's waiting for him to get it there. But, I mean, Wentz should have probably just checked it down to the flat. Probably could have picked up 7 or 8. Now 3rd and 16 at the 47. They've done a good job picking up third downs. But when you're at the 47, you got to pick up about, I'd say get to about the 38 for a good field goal. So I'd be looking for 9 yards here. You get a little 3-man rush here. Expect this guy to drop back into coverage. Let's see what we get here. We do get that 3-man rush. Here we go, looking, cooking. Dangerous throw. Should have been picked. Gets to the hands of number 19, but he can't hold on to it. That ball just kind of hung in the air there. You just got to wonder why Carolina just a step slow today. A little substitute of the returner here. But if I'm Philly, I wouldn't have played for the first down. I'd have played for the field goal to try to take the lead here. They run this deep curl action over here, and they push it upfield 18 yards. I'm sure if they would have just cut it at the head, cut it about halfway, probably would have been able to pick up 9 and maybe a fall forward, pick up 11, and now you're in field goal range. And you could turn this 7-7 game to 10-7, but now you're giving the Super Bowl champions an opportunity to try to extend the lead. A was open. Instead, he goes right to the corner route with Moore. That was pretty much an all-out blitz for Philly. I don't understand it. The yellow just completely, I think he went to the flat to take away the halfback and just left the middle of the field open. He had that little shake route sitting naked. 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 halfback set here for Cam Newton. Pressure's coming. Over the left side, Samuel with a post route. When in doubt, post route. That's just too easy. Quickness to get open in man coverage. That's the one thing about this Carolina Panther team. If you really want to look at how great this team's been with Cam Newton, you really need to look at the wide receivers. They have the ability to get open in zone-breaking routes, crossing routes. They can still get open in man coverage, and that's what makes them so dynamic. As a nice run there for Christian McCaffrey. Dropping back, Cam Newton looking. Right side, touchdown. Curtis Samuel. Kick is up good as the Carolina Panthers take a lead. Here we go, Wentz. Dropping back, looking. The angle route over the middle of the field. Big time hit, that's a drop. All right, let me try to refresh the audio here, the video. I don't know how I even got ahead streaming it myself. That's crazy. Let me try to figure this out real quick. All right, let me know if I'm still behind. If not, I'll just take the stream down and put it right back up. We got a 14-7 game here. Here we go, Cam dropping back, looking to the right side. Yeah, let me just restart the stream. I'll be right back.